Hey, I'm meteorologist Kim Cunningham with a live weather update. In the Pacific Northwest, winter storm warnings for Seattle and Portland. We don't see that too often, although it's not unusual to get snow here. But to see it this time of the year, this late in February, this much that we're going to see is a little bit unusual. 4 to 6 inches in Seattle. We're talking 2 to 4 in Portland. Again, winter storm warnings up. Traveling to the Cascades, be careful. At least right now, it is somewhat quiet. It should get more active late tonight into tomorrow. A reminder of weather updates throughout the evening, and go to weather.com for the very latest. Now we return you to Cantori.
It's an outdoor amphitheater for Mother Nature's fury. They come here to the edge of the world, to this windswept, rugged Canadian coastline, to watch, to feel, to be amazed by the raw, raging storms, finding inspiration and imagination in the crashing waves and solitude amongst the cold, nasty elements, where one can feel both insignificant and almighty at the same time. Breathtaking adventure for those who want to go face to face with the power of the Pacific. I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. I've made a career of being in the middle of storms, and I love it. But there's more to weather than storms. Some people live where they have to deal with harsh or unusual conditions on a daily basis. On Cantori Stories, we'll take you to these places. You'll meet the people that call them home, and we'll immerse you in their culture. On this episode, we go storm watching.
It's probably the best place on the west coast of North America to watch powerful winter storms. Hi, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori, and this is Tofino, Canada, where, believe it or not, people actually take vacation time to experience weather like this.
From November to March, it's showtime in Tofino. That's when you can get hurricane-force winds along with massive swells. The result? Legendary winter storms.
Dr. Jekyll arrives around March and is here through September, and right about November, Mr. Hyde shows up. We'll get, maybe 10 storms a year that it'll blow, 60 to 70 miles an hour. Beyond that, there's a host of minor storms where, waves of 10 feet, 15 feet are pretty much an everyday occurrence.
And for those that want to see Mother Nature perform in all her glory, there's no better place to be.
You get to Tofino and there's a storm, there might be 30 or 40 foot waves. You can watch from very close proximities, and it is very, very impressive. That with sideways rain and it's blowing 40 or 50 miles an hour, you're definitely out of your element if you're from the prairies of Canada. You're used to wheat and flat land,
It's the edge where you run out of road, and then it's just this crazy ocean just beating on the beach.
Tofino's location puts it directly in the most common path of landfalling storms on the west coast of North America.
You've got the vast Pacific Ocean that's an enormous source of heat and moisture. And then we get these cold air masses from the Bering Sea, from Siberia, dropping southward and engaging that moist Pacific air over the ocean. That results in this explosive deepening of weather systems that then move onshore.
You get the heavy southeast winds and 25 to 30 foot swells in a big storm. But yes, really, we're the first point of land, the first point of contact with those big systems as they peel out of the Gulf of Alaska.
Well, growing up at Issawasta, right on the beach, our walls would vibrate and the windows bulged in and out. And when the rain hits the windows and it's got bits of ice in it, it sounds like it's going to break it. It can be pretty gnarly.
It's not affected by man up here. It's beautiful. The fresh air in your lungs, the sound. You can feel the waves hitting, even when you're 100 yards away. You can feel it. It shakes the ground. It's an awesome, incredible thing.
The fact that I could hear it coming, and I'm standing there thinking, is it really going to come over and hit me?
it's really, you just go, oh, well, you know, that must hit your knee. And then you realize, no, this will cover my head. That you watch it slam into the faces of the rocks. And these massive immovable rocks getting worn down. These waves just crashing up over.
It's such a humbling experience to be out here and to witness one of these, you know, giant Pacific storms. It's beautiful. And I remember one of the first things I learned when I moved to Tofino is there's no such thing as bad weather. It's just bad clothing choices. So as long as you stay bundled up, it's fine. You can be out there and enjoy it.
It's an adventure just to get to Tofino. First, you have to fly to Vancouver, then take this 2-hour ferry ride over to Vancouver Island. Then, weather permitting, it's a 3-hour drive. But the journey's well worth it. Tofino sits on the west coast of Vancouver Island between the world-famous Pacific Rim National Park and the spectacular Clayoquot Sound. It's one of the rarest places on the planet, being in a temperate rainforest right on the coast. And there's less than 3% of temperate rainforests left in the world.
As saying in Tofino, liquid sunshine. We have a lot of liquid sunshine here, and for me, the windier and the stormier, the better.
In October of 1967, 25 inches of rain fell in 24 hours just down the road from Tofino. And very close to Tofino lies Henderson Lake. Henderson Lake is the wettest place in North America, averaging 260 inches of rain per year. One year, they saw 337 inches. So Tofino really gets it when a storm moves on shore.
Tofino has about 2,000 full-time residents. That number swells to approximately 25,000 in the summer. It was originally a fishing and logging community. Now, tourism drives Tofino, from whale watching in the summer to storm watching in the winter.
Most of us think vacation by the sea means sunny skies and warm breezes. Well, then there are those who want nothing more than howling winds, horizontal rain, and pounding surf.
I just want to give a high five to the person who ever came up with the phrase storm watching, because it was a great way to sell, you know, difficult weather to people.
I don't like a traditional vacation. I like to go somewhere where there are not a lot of people, crowds. I don't want to see a McDonald's anywhere.
When they come to watch a winter storm, they want to do something different, and they want to put themselves out of their element and get out and enjoy nature and enjoy it when it's not the nicest weather you can have.
No, I don't think it's an odd hobby. I think that the fact that nature can be so entertaining is amazing.
First of all, we said we're coming storm watching, and they just all went, what? Every single person went, what? No one's ever heard of it. I mean, who goes storm watching, like on a storm watching vacation?
But if you do go storm watching, timing is everything if you're looking for one of their epic blasts.
Well, when it's really stormy in Tofino, it can blow sometimes 60, 70 miles an hour, and the power goes out generally. So you're